So then maybe we study psychology or we get into self-help and everyone tells us, oh, no, it's not Joel. Poor Joel. It's you, right? It's your fault. It's not Joel's fault, it's your fault. It's not the outside world, it's your thinking. So you need to sort out your thinking. And if you could sort out your thinking, then you'd be okay, right? And that's what you guys were both giving examples of how you've learned to sort out your thinking that doesn't work, but you think it's your fault, right? Well, it turns out that the system is a lot cleverer than that. There's an intelligence behind thought, the mind behind thought in the way that we're talking about it. Actually, that's where most of our thinking comes from. And if you stop going in there and trying to muck with it, it starts bringing you better thinking. You start quieting down on the inside because you're not going in there as like putting the fox in charge of looking after the hens, right? That's the problem with trying to sort out our own psychology. We're using thought to try to quiet thought, to try and change thought. Well, that's as bad an idea as telling your husband or wife the truth. Right? That's not going to work. What we're pointing to tonight, and what we'll be talking about all day tomorrow, is that the system's already got this one. That when we stop overthinking things, when we stop trying so hard to sort it all out and fix it, it brings itself to balance. It brings us back home to quiet. It brings us back to ourselves. And then we go up in our heads and go crazy again. But that's okay, because then the system will bring us back again. And we kind of start to go, oh, when I don't touch it, it balances itself. Like those gyroscopes. If you try and fix it, you knock it over. But if you leave it, even though it wobbles when it first starts up, it finds its balance. Well, what the principles point to is that we're designed the same way. That is in our design. That is in the human design, the design of the mind. And when you start to see that, not only do I not have to fix Joel anymore, not only do I have to go in and sort out every broken thought I've had since childhood, which in my case, and I'm younger than Ken, but I think my list might be longer than his, right? But actually, when I stop doing it, something really beautiful starts to come through. This deeper mind, this aliveness starts to show up more, and I become more present to my aliveness than to my thinking. Life is really different in those moments when you're present to your aliveness than in your thinking, isn't it? Well, again, you don't have to do that. It's just what happens when you see, oh, this is already working. It just doesn't feel like it's working because I've been working it so hard.